Okay, so you want to know how to create a workout program. Let's get into it. First off, if you want to create a workout program, you need to know what are your goals. Are you looking to lose weight? Are you looking to build muscle? Are you looking to build strength? What goals do you have? That's what you need to know first. And then once you get your goals, then you can start planning out the workouts to start achieving those goals. And also, you need to have a nutrition plan in place along with a workout program, because nutrition and workout program work together. If you have a solid workout program but crap nutrition, it's not going to work as well as it could. You're going to be spinning your wheels, and you're not going to get very far. If you have a solid nutrition plan but not working out, then you might be losing some weight, but you're not getting stronger and you're not building muscle. So what we want to do is we want to create a program that you have your nutrition that complements your workout program. So that's what we're going to work on today. If you're looking for how to calculate your calories, just go to the internet, type in calorie calculator, and open up the page. And all you gotta do is you put in your age, your height, your weight, and then you put in your activity level. So how active you are. Are you really active? Are you moderately active? Are you not so active? Or are you not active at all? So you put in that, what you are, what's your activity level, and then you press calculate, and it'll calculate how many calories that you need to maintain where you're at, to gain weight, or to lose weight. So super simple. So if I was going to be losing weight, gaining some strength while also putting on some muscle, I want to start with my nutrition. So let's just say, keep it easy for easy numbers. Let's just say my maintenance calories is 2,000. And let's say I want to lose that weight. So I would go 400 calories under my 2,000. So I'm down to 1,600 calories. And that's what I need to eat in a day. So I got 1,600 calories that I have to hit every single day. And I want to break those calories up into the macros. So macros are what makes up your calories. Macros are your proteins, your fats, and your carbs. Protein is your muscle building component, muscle building calorie. And it's building your muscles that you're breaking down. Fat is the calories that are going in, and they're in charge of regulating your hormones, tissue growth, along with insulating your body as well, because your organs need to be insulated. It's going to keep you warm in cold months. Now, carbs are your body's fuel source. Carbs are not bad. It's not a bad thing. Carbs are what gives you energy and fuels you throughout the day. If you have low carbs, then you're gonna feel lethargic, you're not gonna have energy for the day, and you're just gonna feel like crap. So get your carbs. Best split I have found is 30% protein, 30% fat, and then 40% carbs. And that's gonna work the best for you. Now that we have our calories that are going to fuel our muscles, and it's gonna give our body what it needs to lose fat and build muscle and gain strength, now we need to go on to our workout program. So I want to build muscle and gain strength. How would I start this? Well, to start off, I would want to break it down, and I want to start with my compound exercises. Compound exercises are, well, exercises that use multiple muscles at a time. So your big ones are going to be, or your main ones are going to be your bench press, your shoulder press or overhead press, your squats, and your deadlifts. Those are the main four, the big four. And those are what you want to start with in the beginning of your program. So if you split it up, if you're working out 4 days a week, then you will have a bench press day you start off with, and then you'd have your overhead press day, and then you'd have your squatting day, and then you'd have your deadlifting day. And those are your 4 days in the week. And you're starting with those compound movements in the beginning of your workout program. Now with those, since it's compound exercise, you're using a lot of muscles in your body to work. So let's go with bench press. When you're bench pressing, you're not only using your chest. A lot of people think it's just a chest exercise. That's not true. Yes, you're using primarily your chest, but also you're using your triceps and you're using your shoulders. Now, if you're doing it right, it can be a full body exercise because you could also be using your core and your legs. You're like, how? Well, when you get into position and you tighten everything up and you would become rigid on the bench, you're squeezing your abs. You're doing what's called core bracing. You're almost like you're bracing for a punch. So you're squeezing your abs along with squeezing your glutes, and you're squeezing your legs too, because legs are what's going to help you with leg power so that you can push more weight from your legs on up. That can be a different video at a different time. But for now, bench press, compound exercise, that's going to be using a lot more muscles than just your chest. So let's just say you're doing that. You want to go, for compound exercises, you want to do about 3 to 4 sets. And you want to go about 4 to 8 reps. With that, that's the strength building rep range. You want to go heavy with these exercises. So you're not going to be putting on, 100 pounds on the bench press, unless you're a, beginner. If you're a beginner, then hey, if you're starting out with a 45-pound bar, that's great. Start somewhere. If that's what's heavy for you, start there. If you can do more than 45-pound bar, then go with up to 65 pounds. So start with 45 pounds, do like 8 reps of that, and then go up to 55 pounds, do 8 reps of that, and then go up to 65 pounds and do 8 reps of that. If your top set's like 100 pounds, then you want to start with, start with 50 pounds, go up to 65, and then go up to 80, and then go up to, I guess that's 95. Or you can go up by tens. So if your top set is 100 pounds, start with 70 pounds, go to 80, 90, 100. So if you're going to start with bench press, let's just say your top set is 100 pounds and you want to go up by 10-pound increments. So then start with 80 pounds, then go up to 90 pounds, and then your highest set is that 100 pounds. You go up to the 100 pounds. Go with that. If you can do more, great. What I like to do, rule of thumb, is when I'm doing 100 pounds, between 100 and 150 pounds, then I'm going up by 10-pound increments. So if my top set is 150 pounds, then I want to do a couple sets of warming up, and then I want to go up to my, 130 pounds. So I do my 130 pounds as my first working set, and then I would go up to 140 pounds as my second working set, and then 150 pounds as my final set. Now anything from between 150 and 200 pounds, I'm going to be going up by 15-pound increments. So if 200 pounds is my top set, I'm going to do my warm-up sets, and then I'm going to go up to, 200, 5. I'm going to go up to 170 as my first set, then to 185, and then to 200. And then from 200 to 250, you go in 20-pound increments, and you go from there. That's what I found has worked best with me. Play around with it and see what works best for you. All right, so we've got your compound exercises, bench press, overhead press, squat, and deadlifts. You're doing 3 sets, 4 to 8 reps. Now we're gonna move on to what's called accessory exercises. These are isolation movements that are going to primarily target your muscle group. So if you're doing bench press and you're targeting your chest that day, and we're going to be doing isolation movements that help build muscle in your chest. So these isolation movements, we're going for hypertrophy, which means we're going to be going for about 4 to 5 sets, and we're going to go for 10 to 15 reps. So we're going higher volume, but we're not using as heavy of weight. So we're going lighter weight, so that way we can do more reps. Does that make sense? So as we're doing that, we're going to really focus on. So let's just say I'm doing chest flies. So I did bench press, I'm going to do chest flies. That's where you take the dumbbells, you go like this, and you're really getting the stretch. You're really focusing on your chest. And I'm going to do 4 to 5 sets, 10 to 15 reps. And you're chasing that pump feel where it feels like, your chest is full. You're going for that pump because that way you're building more muscle. When you have bigger muscles, then you have more capacity to gain more strength. Does that make sense? The bigger your muscles, then the higher capacity of strength you can achieve. Now, start with your compound, add in a couple isolation exercises for your chest. And then you want to focus on the other muscles that go into helping you with bench press. So triceps, you're going to want to isolate your triceps, doing overhead tricep extensions with dumbbell or barbell, or you want to do tricep rope extensions or cable extensions, tricep push downs, any of those. Those are what they're going to isolate your triceps and get that pump feel in your triceps. Next, I would go for shoulders. And because you use your shoulders in bench press. So those could be like front raises. Those could be side raises. Those could be face pulls. You isolate that shoulder, work on those muscles. The shoulder is not that big of muscles. So if you're doing 10-pound side raises, that's fine. That's great. You're not looking to do 50-pound side raises. You're going to injure yourself. So side raises, if you can work up to 15 pounds, great. If you can work up to 20 pounds, awesome. Go up to those. So you're really going to focus on that. And then do a couple exercises for triceps, a couple exercises for shoulders, and then you'd work on your core because, again, you use your core for bench pressing. So do some core exercises, do leg raises, do Russian twists, do cable crunches, do planks, any of those. Add one of those or 2 of them in. Again, you're going for the hypertrophy for those. So you're going to go for 4 sets. You're going to go between, for abs, you can really go between 10 and 20 reps. Abs are a little bit smaller muscles and they can recover faster. Let's see. So the same thing for squats. If you're going for overhead press the next day, you do an overhead press, which is primarily focusing on shoulders, but it's compound. So again, you're using shoulders, you're using back, you're using triceps, you're using your legs, you're using your core. So overhead press. And then for your accessory exercises, you want to do some more accessory for your shoulders, accessory for your backs. So you can do like lat pull downs, you can do pull-ups, you can do bent over rows, you can do single arm dumbbell bent over rows. You're doing that for overhead press. So let's move on to the next one. You have squats. So squat is your compound exercise. You're going to do 3 sets, 4 to 8 reps. You're going to work on that. And then after your squats, then you're going to be working on your accessory exercises for your legs. So you're going to be working on the quads, hamstrings, calves, glutes, working on those, building those muscles bigger. So that way you can gain more strength and you can squat more. And the last one is deadlifts. Deadlifts, got to be careful. They're great. It's a great exercise. It's just knowing how to deadlift correctly. When you know how to deadlift correctly and you do it right, then deadlifts are wonderful and you can get really, really strong. So I highly encourage you, go search how to do deadlift correctly. And then that way you can deadlift safely, correctly, and then you can go up faster in your lifts and get stronger with that. So again, deadlifts, and then throw in some back, some biceps, some core, your accessory. Your compound is you're laying your base, and then your accessory is you're going for the hypertrophy and you're going for the bigger muscles so that way you can get more strength. And then let's just say you work out for 4 days in the week. You're doing an hour per session. That's 4 hours a week. You have 168 hours in a week. 4 hours a week is not that much. You can put it into your week. You can make it fit. So 4 hours a week, put it in, you go and do it. And then for those 3 other days, If you want to get out there and you want to do some cardio, great. Go do some cardio. Go out and move. Go for a walk. Walk for 10 to 15 minutes. Get steps in. Get your 10 to 12,000 steps in. Just move. Be active. Go biking. Go hiking. Do boxing. Do anything that's going to get your heart rate up, because when you get your heart rate up, you're burning more calories. With cardio, you're burning more calories, and that's going to aid in your weight loss. Now, if you want to gain weight, then going back to previously where we said the negative 400 calories, you want to go over 400 calories. So your 2,000 maintenance, you go to 2,400. And then you'll start gaining weight, gaining muscle, gaining strength. So that is how you set up your workout program. Hopefully that helps. If you enjoyed that, subscribe, because I've got more videos coming out like this. Thanks, guys. Bye.